Right, today we're going to make the bubble ring, which is that is Elizabeth Hunt's design, which we spoke about yesterday. What I'm going to do today, I've got my 1.5mm wire here. We're going to make the little balls out of that, and I've got the jump ring that came in the kit. That's going to be resized, fused together, make some balls, put them on. All sounds really simple. I wonder if it's as simple as Elizabeth made it look. Well, we'll wait and see. Right, so let's begin. I've got my torch, I've got my flux, and a nice little brush to go with it. I have got a little pot to put the little balls in, my jump ring and my wire. So, oh, and the pickle is on. So that should be all we need for now. So let's get cracking. Right, what we've got here is the ring, the jump ring, which is sized. I sized it on my ring mandrel. We're looking for a size M because it's for a present. So let's make sure we've got the right size. Perfect. So we've got that's ready for fusing. These were the two little bits that I took off. So they can be balled up at some time in the future, but for the moment I'm just going to take those off, and I'm going to get the torch all set up, and we're going to do our fusing. So there's the join, or there's the cut, I should say. Hopefully it'll be a join in a minute. So let's start by doing that. It's getting that sort of mercury. It looks wet, a bit like mercury for the people who are old enough to have seen mercury. It's a bit unnerving because these charcoal blocks, they do crackle a bit, but don't be put off. Right, that's pretty much done there. Just let it settle for a bit. Turn that off. I'm just going to let it settle for a bit, because Elizabeth said not to really touch it when it's red hot, and then I'm going to turn it over and do it on the other side. So it's probably stuck to the block as well. Yeah, very good. That's what we need. There we go. Right, now let's turn it over. Oh, it looks pretty good to me, but we will just, belt and braces, we will just give it a flash on the other side. So let's get that going. Little bits of the block stuck to it as well there, but that's fine. When it's just cooled a little, I'm going to drop it into the pickle, although I'm not sure it needs it. It doesn't get fire stain, it doesn't get fire scale, so actually I'll have a look at it and we'll see. Anyway, that's done, that's fine. There is no gap showing there at all. Perfect. Join. Let's see if we can show you. No problems there with that at all. Okay, so I'll drop that in the pickle and then I'll come back to you. Right, I've now got the ring out of the pickle, so there we go. It always looks a bit white. Let me put it against there, a bit white when it comes out of the pickle. But I've cut some little bits up here to make some balls. We'll see how that goes. Don't put them too close together. Oh, there we go, that's a good start. One's gone. They will roll around a little bit, but don't put them too close together or else they will join together. But they do, this Argentium balls up really nicely, and it stays smooth and it stays shiny. Oh, go back. Okay, I'm going to chase this one around a little bit, I think. There we go. on you touching that. You come away from there. That's it. You're always taught to hold your torch in your left hand so that you can use your right hand for manoeuvring anything that needs it, basically. And it is a good habit to get into, I do have to say. It feels very, very awkward at first, but it is worth it. And to be honest, it becomes second nature after a while. I'm not sure I'll have enough little balls here, but I'll make some more and I'll come back to you. Right, I have dug a little divot in there to put the ring in, and I did try, and I stood it up, and of course the balls fall off, which is very obvious when you think about it. So I'm going to start off. Not sure how Elizabeth did this actually, because she didn't actually demonstrate it. So this is, we're all learning together. So let's put the flux. Oh, let's try that. Okay, let's see how we go. Now just fuse the two together. I'm only just getting used to doing this and not having to use solder, because solder was how I was taught, and I've done nothing but use solder for the last 4 years, and it is something I like doing actually, but anyway, this is new. Let's see if it's successful more than anything. Yeah, what do you know? Let's wait for it just to cool for a second. There we go. You see, what I'd done is made a hole in there with a needle file to try and prop this up, but then in practicality it didn't really work. So I think what I'm going to do is just do a few more and then we'll start to build them up. So I'll come back to you. I'm going to do the identical thing now, so rather than bore you to death with that, I'll come back when I've got a few more on. I've got a few more of the balls on. I'm not sure you can see too well on the camera, but this little dented divot thing I made, I just wanted to show you that well, I can't talk and balance at the same time, obviously. I just wanted to show you how useful it is now I've got a few of the balls on. Let me try and pick that up and show you. I've got quite a few on now, and if you put it in there and sort of get it there, tip it down to one side, then you can get the little balls, and they do, probably better if I'm not talking, will actually, and that did balance on, they do balance on. I'll do it when I'm not talking, to be honest, because it's making my hand shake. But I'll come back and show you some more, but that does work, and then you can get them balanced. But I'll come back in a minute when I've got a few more on. Okie dokie. Right, here we go. I'm not sure you can see it terribly well. Let me get a bit close. There we go. Is that a bit better? There we go. So I've got quite a few little balls on there. It's been pickled. Quite pleased with it. That's how it looks on the finger. It's not my size, but gives you an idea like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and polish it now, and I'll come back and see if there's any little balls still left on when I've polished it. Then if so, then we know I've done it correctly. Okay, see you in a while. Right, the ring is now out of the tumbler, so that's what we've got. Let's see if we can just put it on my finger for you. Let's see if you can see it very well. Yeah, there we go. While that was in the tumbler, I made another one. Took the opportunity to try and make another one. That's probably not so randomly spaced as that one, but that's and possibly slightly bigger granules maybe on that one as well. But what I'm going to do now, which hopefully will make quite a lot of difference to them, is patina them. This is what I use. It's called Platinol. And all I do is, it's liquid, you don't have to water it down or anything. So all I do is just get my piece of jewellery. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. That way. Feelings backwards. Zoom in a bit more. No, gone out now. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so what I do is I dip my brush in there. I don't want to do the whole thing, so I don't want to drop the whole thing in it. So I'm going to just paint it on where the granulation is, basically. And it's pretty instant, this Platinol. It's my preferred one. You can use liver of sulphur. You can use you can even use the boiled egg method that Elizabeth Hunt did on hers. But that's what it looks like when you've done it. So I'll put that one down. Let me show you the other one. Here's the other one. So just do it like that. But it does, as you can see, it actually does change instantly. Let me just show you. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is go away. Well, I shall leave that to dry for just a few minutes, not very long, and I'll go away. What I'll do is polish off the higher bits, shine up the higher bits of the granulation, and leave the patina in all the little crevices to give it a sort of antique look. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'll come back and show you when it's dry and I've done a little bit of polishing on them both. Okay, see you in a while. Well, here we are. They're all polished, and I'm not sure you can see. Oh, let's get a bit closer. They're all polished. They've come out really nicely. Let's see if I can make that look any better. I'd like to thank Elizabeth Hunt for the inspiration. I've thoroughly enjoyed making them, and actually if I can get them in the light, they're a lot shinier than they're coming over on the camera, I think. But I'm very pleased with them, and I would really like to thank you for watching. My video skills can only improve, I'm aware of that, but thank you for watching anyway. Bye.